Episode 17, y'all. What is going on, Tim? How are you,
Um,
sir?
I am so excited for episode 17. And look, I didn't laugh this time.
You
See?
didn't.
Very
You did.
measured, very in control today for about
Yes.
5 seconds before we get off the rails. But no, super excited to be, like I said, back behind the mic again. Always ready for another episode. Get recorded for you people. We want to take care of you and make sure you guys have a fun week while you listen and do whatever you do with it. And matter of fact, we want to know, what are you doing actually when you're listening to the podcast? Are you like in the car? Are you doing things around the house, working out? Are you just sitting on the couch, vegging? We'll take anything, right, Billy?
Absolutely, we will. Yeah, let us know. We want to hear from you. Yeah, so this is us reaching out to you. So just reach back to us. Let us know. We want to have a conversation. So, you know.
Yes. Be part of our world, please.
Yes, please.
We don't want to beg, but we will.
Yeah, we will. We're not too proud.
Definitely not.
Yep.
I want to say thank you to all the listeners. We had our highest downloads last week, so we're very excited about that. We're doing the gun finger dance, I guess. Boom, boom. So thank you guys for listening, and if you would mind to go to Apple and leave us a 5-star written review, that would be amazing. And just share it word of mouth to any of your friends, family. Shove it down their throat.
That's right.
And
But I know these two guys. They're hilarious, and
yeah,
we
totally.
love listening to. Yeah, just let the people know. We want to bless those.
Yes, we
we're
don't
a
bless their
blessing, y'all.
lives because we are a blessing. So
Yeah, and so humble.
and very, very humble, and
Very humble.
That's what we take pride in the most.
Right. I know you had a busy weekend.
Yeah,
traveling.
we when I say we, my wife and I, Leslie, we headed to New York for some business meetings, which were, business meetings. They were, good conversation, good people, everything went well. But it's a lot when you're in there for 2 straight days for like 9 hours staring at these people, learning and growing. Great stuff. So we did that. We went out to dinner with them to some nice restaurants, got to meet some of the team, and then we transferred into the city and we went and saw Moulin Rouge.
I saw that
on Friday night, and that was amazing. Oh my gosh. Are you familiar with any of the music at all?
I have seen the movie.
Okay.
I have not seen the Broadway.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. But yeah, I'm very familiar with the movie. If it's anything
Right.
like that, so
I don't know if it's like the movie because I can't remember the movie, to be honest with you, but it's so much fun. They call it like a jukebox musical because they have all these amazing songs that come on through, like popular songs they sing that they've incorporated into the play.
Gotcha.
And you're constantly like dancing. It's just such a fun vibe. And doing it, especially in the theater that it was built for, all the neon red and everything everywhere. And Leslie scored us some great seats. Like we were pretty much right up front, and I had an aisle seat, which is a big thing for me. I love being on the aisle.
Yeah,
I don't know. Are you an aisle man also?
I'm an aisle man as well.
Yeah.
But here recently, it used to be because, being a bigger guy, just kind of have that extra room. But now that I've lost some weight, it's not as dire.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's kind of a balancing act because if you're on the aisle, you're always constantly standing up and down, letting people in and out. Whereas in the middle, if you're one of those people that it's good just to be planted and not move and not have to step over people, that's also a good thing too. But then, like, I need to have like my girls beside me. But the problem is they both want to sit by mom, and so that means I'm going to be sitting by a stranger. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a double. Yeah, I would prefer the end, especially now that I don't struggle with like the seat sizes and stuff like that, because that used to be that was an issue when you're 460 something pounds.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you've come a long way though, so a lot to celebrate there.
Right,
now, I don't care if I weighed 80 pounds. I would always want the aisle.
You're like, I want the aisle.
I just want to have access to get out if I need to. I've had 2 recent flights recently on business trips where I got upgraded to first class, which was great, but I was in the window. So I was like, these people were like falling asleep, and I'd had to tap them if I had to go to the bathroom. So I hate that part. So it kind of reaffirmed why I like the aisle. But can we talk about some aisle etiquette for people coming in the plane with their bags? How hard is it not to beat the living crap out of everybody you walk by with your bags? Like no spatial awareness at all, right?
I know.
I am just always amazed about how people cannot figure that out. Grab your bag, hold it to your chest or whatever close, and get down the aisle and get in your seat. It's not that hard. Don't beat me up.
If I could do it carrying all my stuff and two little people's stuff as well and do it well, you could do it with your stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the soapbox moment, but that drives me crazy.
No, it's
much
true,
as we
though.
travel. It's like,
and there's 100 other little things that'll just get on your nerves too while on airplanes. People just don't have common courtesy sometimes.
You mean like people who take their shoes and socks off on the plane?
That's so gross.
Or bring a big old sandwich with onions on it. Or
or put their hair back behind the seat. Like I'm like trying to watch TV and I'm like, I actually took a picture of it. I'm like, it's blocking my screen. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be like when I get the scissors out and just cut. I wouldn't do it. Yep.
Well, you make more of a frame. So you still have some hair on the back.
Just like cut my TV screen so I could see my screen. But it is what it is.
Oh my god. So anyhow, we got on the tangent about that. What?
Hey, I let me show you this real quick. This is gonna be funny.
You're gonna have your pants on still, right?
I am wearing pants today.
Okay. I thought he was gonna stand up for the people listening.
Last week we talked about Valentine's Day, and I got Michelle a Valentine's Day gift that she's been really wanting.
Okay.
Which is rare for her, and she's actually really super excited about this.
Okay.
And it's something that's like in my wheelhouse as well. We've mentioned this almost every show. This is what she wanted for Valentine's Day. If for those that are listening, this is a Hot Ones set, which is it is, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 different hot sauces.
Okay.
That they do on the show Hot Ones, where they do interviews.
Yeah, right. I love that show.
And they eat the chicken wings, and then they ask, they do an interview and it apparently really super, super hot. And so what she really wants to do is we're going to film an episode, me and her, like Hot Ones style, where we're going to ask each other one's questions, and we're going to record it. And hey, you know what we'll do is we'll put it as a YouTube exclusive for you all.
Love that.
And so that is her Valentine's Day gift that I am super excited about as well, because your boy loves the hot sauces, and I want to see how she does as well.
So is she equally spicy in terms of not her personality? I know she's spicy that way, but
she can handle. I don't know if she can handle the. Okay, so the hottest one, the last dab, is 2,693,000 Scoville units.
Oh my gosh!
So I don't know how she would do with something that hot.
Right.
The easiest one is 1,700. Like the number one. I think Tabasco is like 2,500, just to kind of give you a scale. So.
Oh, okay. So it starts out pretty subtle.
The first one is like a garlic. It's more like a flavor. The next one goes up to 6,200, like number 2. So it jumps up pretty quickly and then goes. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm gonna see see if it gives her the hiccups, and then you can kind of see how I do with the heat as well.
I'm very interested in this.
Yes, and so we're gonna film it and ask each other questions while we do it. We're gonna have some wings, and we'll make a little episode, a little YouTube exclusive for you all.
So you're doing this for Valentine's Day?
This is her gift. It'll probably be after our cruise when we actually record it, because we'll have to do it on a Tuesday when the girls are at school, because,
Okay, I thought you were doing this on Valentine's Day.
No, you don't want to eat hot sauce on Valentine's Day.
No, I was gonna say, man. I mean, I don't want to keep things spicy, but not that kind of spicy.
We are not rookies.
Then there's going to be a whole nother follow-up exclusive of them just eating chewable Peptos and just chugging antacids.
No,
this will be. He'd probably be smiling like some kind of lunatic.
Yeah, no, I think we'll do this a little bit later, in a couple of weeks at some point, when we, how it is when you have a working mom and you have parents, and just having to find the time to do that. We'll get it on there, and we'll promote it, and hopefully y'all can enjoy it. So I wanted to share that with y'all, because we had talked about it last week, as far as Valentine's Day gifts, and she's like, she was talking about that, and I was like, let me buy you that for Valentine's Day, and she's like, I haven't seen her that excited about a Valentine's Day gift.
And it's funny because Billy's talked about this a lot, that she does not want gifts.
Exactly.
So the fact that she's excited about a gift is a huge win, right?
It really is. And so that, it came in really quick. Now, I will say, when I opened the box, they were all like jumbled in together, and like they had fallen all out of their little holders, and I'm like, oh god, are they all shattered? But none of them shattered. So
Okay,
and
cool.
so I took the list and put them in order and got them all nice and pretty.
Well, that's exciting. I can't wait for that video now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to share that with y'all, just so y'all could be
Stay
expecting it.
tuned.
Yeah. So
Also a teaser, Billy and I are going to be on our cruise together, not just by
Ooh.
ourselves, but that would still be fine. But with all of our family members and their families from our company, Exclusive Travel Partners, don't forget, we're your go-to travel agency for anything in the world. Our services to you are always complimentary. We'll take great care of you. We have 40 plus and amazing agents who work with everybody around the world, and we'll be there to book your vacation for you. Anything you need, go to exclusivetravelpartners.com now. All right. So today, for the first time, we're starting a little extra part in our front segment where Billy and I are going to give you some random fact about something just to make you think a little bit. And to kick us off, Billy's going to be our first person. So, Billy, give us your random fact of the week.
Okay. Well, here you go, Tim. Okay, Tim. So let me ask you this. Have you ever ate ice cream or candy? Maybe drank some sweet tea, or maybe had a fruit drink, or maybe some raspberry sauce. Is that some of the things that you might have?
All the things, yeah.
All the things. Well, it's a pretty good chance that you've ingested beaver anus juice. What?
What? What are you talking about? How does any of that do with beaver? I wasn't expecting this kind of random fact. Oh my god!
That's right, beaver anus juice, y'all.
How does beaver
castorum
anus juice get into any of this stuff?
Castorum is a
oh my god!
It's a sac that's located near the anal region of a beaver, and it gives a very lovely vanilla flavor.
Oh my god!
That a lot of food companies have used over the years to flavor food because it's all natural and it's deemed safe. It's what they use to mark their territory, basically. But it smells sweet, and castorum is, I guess, the technical term of it. And beaver anus juice is used, especially in like the raspberry sauces. And so every time we have raspberry on like a cake or something, we're like, ooh, beaver anus juice.
Oh my god! First of all, that sounds like a good T-shirt idea, but
there's something there. But now, realistically, it's
it's
very expensive because, I mean, how many people are out there milking some beaver anuses? I mean, truthfully. So it's not like a whole lot of it because it's super expensive.
Oh my god, you're killing me. The real question, Billy, is who was the first person to find this out? What were they doing around that beaver anus?
Let's put this in, let's sprinkle some of this on our food and see how this tastes. I don't understand how things like this happen, but it did. But I will say it is actually used a lot more colognes and perfumes, and so there's a higher chance of you wearing beaver anus scent versus actually ingesting it nowadays.
That is so nasty.
It's something you'll never forget, though. Every time you see raspberry, some raspberry juice or some raspberry sauce, you just be thinking, I wonder what beaver that came from.
That tastes like beaver anus.
But we've said that for years. And there's a facility in Louisville, Kentucky, where we used to live that makes flavors and stuff like that. And so that's kind of where so every time we see like a little groundhog or like some kind of beaver type thing, I'm like, oh, go get some raspberry sauce.
Oh my god, that is so nasty. Oh, just to think that we've ingested beaver anus juice.
Yum.
Oh, we might need to take a break here for a second so I can go run to the toilet and puke. Oh my god, that is so disgusting. Yeah, Billy, that was a nice random yet it's disturbing fact to get this thing started. But we've been chatting forever, so we better hop on over to the real show.
Let's do it.
Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Are you ready, my friend?
You better believe it. Let's get into all the everything, y'all.
All the everything, we've got it all. We've got it all, small, weird, or tall. So grab your snacks, sit back, don't stress. Cause Tim and Billy talk about the randomness. Information prone to UFOs will take you where the weirdness goes. It's two guys talking way too loud about stuff that makes no sense, but we're kinda proud.
Well, welcome to another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Tim Sawhook, and I'm joined by my partner in crime, Billy Parchman. Billy, are you ready for the show today?
I sure am, sir. How about you?
Yeah, we spent enough time chatting about beaver anus juice and really stretching that out. So I think we should really get into the episode and distance ourselves from that a little bit. So today we decided to ask questions back and forth, and the podcast episode is called Question Roulette, All the Everything Edition. So we got a bunch of random questions we're going to ask back and forth to entertain you today. So sit back, relax, and let the entertainment begin. So
That's right.
These are all digital card decks, and you swipe them and you have no idea what kind of question is going to come up. So we're just going to tackle them back and forth the best we can.
See what happens.
All right, let's get into it. I'm going to swipe the card, Billy. I'm going to ask you first, and I'll follow up.
Okay.
All right. If you could create a new TV show, what would it be about?
Okay.
Think about that one more time. I'll say it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
If you could create a new TV show, what would it be about?
Let's go with a superhero show.
Okay.
That also is a cooking show.
Oh, all right.
Like two of my favorite genres together. I mean, come on. You have superhero chefs. I mean, I don't know.
Your idea just died out after that. Well, I can see like Superman like heating things up with his eyes, like the red laser beams out of his eyes and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I think there'd be a following for it.
You just have to kind of put a little thought into it. You can make it work, huh?
Like like cooking with Deadpool, or
like a different hero every week, but they have to make some kind of meal and save the day.
Maybe they have to make a hero sandwich, like a hero sub. I mean, there's options there. All right, I like that.
Hey, you can make it play. I don't know.
I think I would do a reality show called My Bourbon and Me, and it'd be like, this person has to survive in the wilderness, but they also have to survive with their bottle of bourbon the entire time. And it turns into kind of like a Castaway situation, like Wilson the volleyball, where he talks to the bottle of bourbon, embraces it, has to rock it, puts it like in a little carrier on his chest when they go hiking through the woods. I don't know there's a huge market for that, but I think I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Gallivanting through the woods with my bourbon.
With your bourbon.
God, I really have a drinking problem, don't I? But I couldn't beat your superhero cooking question. So, all right, we're gonna swipe to the next thing and see what we got. It. All right, so if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? One thing about the world, what would it be? I mean, I got to go first on this one.
Yeah.
I think it's just everybody getting along. I think that would be the easiest thing for everybody, just to follow a common ground and respect each other's opinions and move on with life. And that's it.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah, I mean, that would be huge. And since you picked that one, I'm just going to say, let's get rid of sickness. Yeah. Let's do it. You got world peace. Let's let's kick cancer out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I was actually watching the Super Bowl the other night, and they had a commercial from Pfizer, I think, and it was about cancers. And they said by 2030 that they're going to have a big movement forward in about 6 to 10 different kind of cancers. So
that's all that. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Sometimes it makes me think, have they had answers for a long time and they've kind of been milking it?
Exactly.
I don't want to be like that guy, but I feel like,
Man, yeah, I'm with you though.
feel like there's some answers out there already, and they're just making money off everybody. But anyhow, that is not the opinion of Billy Parchment or anybody else. This is a Tim Stallhook original. So, okay, all right, we're gonna move on from that. Good answers. All right, Billy, you're up next.
Okay.
If you could invent a new ice cream flavor, what would it be?
Oh man. Okay. So your son just came out. I mean, he's been promoting, what was it? Skyline chili.
It's a Skyline chili Grater's mashup. Grater's ice cream mashup. Yep.
Can I just say I'm not a fan of Graters. I'm not Graters. Not great. I love Graters. Graters is the best ice cream in the world.
Okay.
We don't have. I'm so sorry. I'm not a fan of Skyline. That's what I meant to say. Graters is my favorite ice cream on the planet. We don't have one down here, and like their chocolate, like the chips that they have in their ice cream, is fantastic. But and this is a Cincinnati thing, and this might be offensive to my Ohio brethren up there, but I don't like nutmeg in the chili.
Yeah.
Is that
there's cinnamon in it as well?
Cinnamon. Are you offended by me saying that?
No, it's because either people love it or hate it. There's no like middle ground with the Skyline chili here in Cincinnati.
But I do like random flavors like that. I like the ambition behind the ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would try it just because I don't like their chili. I would try a random flavor, but for me to create a flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think about this.
Are you thinking of one flavor, or are you thinking of a mashup?
Ooh, a mashup. Yes. Okay. So what would be a good mashup? Like just kind of, what can I bring together to be epic for an ice cream?
I have an idea. You want me to go first?
Oh, yes, you go.
What you're thinking? Okay.
Yes.
I would think that I would have an ice cream called Hot Fudge Sundae. So it's everything that you would have in a Hot Fudge Sundae, from all the different sauces to the cherry to if there's any fruit topping, whatever, nuts, all mixed in and blended together. And, with chocolate drizzle everywhere or whatever. It's going to be a little frozen chocolate drizzle, but it'll still be fudgy. And I shouldn't have said the word fudgy. I'm sorry. So have fudge throughout it. But yeah, mine would be Hot Fudge Sundae mix.
Okay.
That'd be my ice cream. I don't know if that already exists, but I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Ooh.
All right. What's your answer?
All right. I'm going to go, let's make the most spicy ice cream possible, but it's still sweet. It still falls under that category, of ice cream, but the Scoville units, because what do you usually try to do? You usually try to eat ice cream to like calm your mouth down, or like drink, you need something cold. But what if you ate something cold that was spicy? Your taste buds would just be like, what the, you know what I mean?
What is happening?
What is going on? And so it would just be like a mind like, let's do that. Like the Boot Jalokia flavored ice cream. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. So we're going to bring your spiciness to it. Hot Fudge Sundae, and we're going to start a revolution. Okay.
That's right. I like it.
All right. You ready for our next question?
Let's go.
All right. Here's a little digital swipe. Okay. If you were in a room with everyone you've ever met, who would you look for?
Ooh.
So if you're in a room with everyone you've ever met, so it can't be people that from history or anything like that, right? Just anybody you've ever met in your entire life. Everybody's in one room. Who would you look for?
I would look for my dad.
Yeah.
So that was easy.
That's
the first thing that came to my mind, and so that's who. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. How about you?
I think there's a lot of people I could pick, right? There's a bunch of people. I mean, I still have my parents and my siblings and stuff, so it's not like an immediate like that person. I've had friends who have passed away. I would love to see them. But like family related, I would say for this episode, my grandparents on either side, my dad's side, my mom's side, because they lived in Pennsylvania and we saw them probably like once a year or every other year for a while. But, both of them, every one of them had all passed away by the time I was like 18, 19, I think, if I have that right. So just to go back and spend more time with them as me being an adult, a little bit older, instead of me being the kid, just to learn more about them and from them, and just kind of have that time with them. I think would
Sure.
be kind of cool. All right, you ready for the next exciting question?
Let's go for it.
Oh, this is right up your alley. All right.
Oh gosh.
If you could have a superpower for a day, what would it be?
I guess I couldn't just be like, can I just be like Superman for a day and just get all of his powers, or is that just like is that just cheating?
Well, I know it says a superpower, but I don't care. You can
A
pick whatever you
superpower.
want.
Okay, so I would say I want to be Superman. If I could pick a superhero, but that's not the question. If I had to pick one, I would be able to fly.
Yeah.
So that would be but yes, just I would be really cool to be Superman. Because there's
like
no
that.
kryptonite. There's no kryptonite on this planet
That's
that I
true.
know of, and so
Don't knock on wood.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't want to kill Superman.
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah. How about you?
If I was gonna pick one thing, I was gonna say flying, but you took Superman.
Oh man,
I think that's just the coolest thing to go flying somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I immediately, when I think about superpowers, I immediately go to Marvel in my head. Like that's what I think of for superpowers. So I think I would love to be Thanos and have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh.
Be able to snap my fingers. When I snap my fingers, it's gonna be for good stuff. Like,
okay.
Chicken wings for everybody. Snap, and they're boom, they're right there, right?
Chicken wings.
You're like,
I got the hot sauce.
Get rid of the family member who's bugging me, and snap, and they're shipped off somewhere, or anything, So just have the power of the snap that Thanos had to only bring good things into life, or maybe one bad thing every once in a while, but mostly just good things, like all green lights. Boom! Here we go.
Boom.
Not to have my stomach be upset after every time I eat something spicy. Boom.
Boom.
I think what happens though when you snap it, it actually just goes to somebody else by
so
they have to deal with it. But it makes my life better. So that would be my superpower. That would be my superpower. Let's see what we have next. What's your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
After we get the girls to bed, there's some nights like Michelle will sleep with them, and so it's just me. Not every night, but there's a couple nights that they so I have like that. I'll get on the Oculus, like the Meta whatever.
Oh yeah,
and I bought Among Us. So one person's like an imposter, and all the other ones are like having to do tasks and stuff. That's so fun though, just to mess with folks.
No, I haven't played it though. I know of it.
It's fun. Yeah. So I love doing that. Yeah. Because some of those people, they get just like they're just too invested.
Too tight. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so
let it go, dude. It's a game.
Just relax. You're like, it's not the end of the world. You're gonna be okay. It's just a little entertaining, but yeah, just lay back and play. I'm not like a big video gamer, so that's but
that's cool though.
Been fun. Yeah.
So does that help you unwind?
Yeah,
just have your own me time.
Yeah, just kind of yeah.
I like it.
How about you?
For me, it's pretty much the same thing. If I could have this every single night, which we usually do when we're home, we're not traveling a lot. It's just usually we're done with our work and have kind of wrapped up everything for the day by at least 8-ish or so, which still seems like a long day, but we just have a lot going on. But by that point, I like to be in my pajamas. Blanket in my recliner, watching a movie or TV with Leslie, and like I'm going to say it again, but sipping on some really good bourbon. It's like getting a little glass, sipping on it, and just relaxing. And I have a fireplace that's not real. I've always wanted a fireplace. I finally got one. It looks really cool, but it's not real. So it has the flames that are electric or whatever on the screen. And then everyone makes fun of me when they come over for this, but I really like the sound of the fire. So I bought a crackler, like it's a little box. And I have to have that playing. If I have that on, I am so relaxed and chill. The little fire thing, the fake sound of the fire. And I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but I'm usually so chill. Like Leslie will head upstairs usually before I go to bed, and I will fall asleep down there all the time in that chair, like all the time, because I'm so relaxed,
comfortable. Hey, that's good though. That makes you feel like you're home. That's your comfort.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, that's just like a rinse and repeat thing every night. If I could have that same thing every single night, I'm down for it.
It's perfect. That's great.
So, okay. All right. Our next question up. if you could travel anywhere in time, where would you go? Now, on different podcasts I've had, we've had questions like this, and there's always like 1,000 follow-ups. Does it mean I have to stay there forever? Does it mean I get to come back? Does it mean this or that? It can mean whatever you want it to mean. I'm saying that you're not going to be there the rest of your life. You're just popping in, and then you head back. But you can only choose one time, one place.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Am I first or second on this one?
You're first.
Oh goodness. Okay. I would. Okay. And this. Okay. Since we're making the rules on our own question.
That's right.
This time travel, we can't mess anything up. So
it's like Back to the Future style.
Yes, we won't.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't mess anything up. So we go there. We're just observing or whatever.
You're observing.
We're not going to have a Back to the Future or just kind of in the world or whatever.
Right.
How about? I would love to go back to the days of Jesus and just kind of observe. Just watch.
Right.
And yeah, I know that might be a Sunday school answer or whatever, but maybe I'm just like rowing down on another boat in the storm, and just
you see him walk on water.
See Jesus walking on the water. I just kind of just off in the distance, and then just see them all freak out and be like, I knew this was going to happen.
You're like, don't look away from him. You're going to sink in the water.
Peter, keep your eyes on him.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get me some of that bread and some of that fish.
Oh yeah. You're gonna go and get some wine. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to that wedding. Yep.
But even like without, not I'm gonna say take Jesus out of it, but without even like following him, just that time period as well.
Oh yeah.
Is so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
For me is it's in our theme song about the Roman Empire, but I always say Roman Empire, but I would love to go back to ancient Egypt.
Ooh.
But like at its peak and see how it was run, just like day-to-day stuff. Nothing like I don't have to be there for a major event. Just day-to-day stuff, how people lived, how they acted, what it was like with the pharaohs, and just to see the beauty of everything that they had built and these amazing pyramids that the aliens helped them build. And everybody thinks so. I'm just saying it. But stuff like that. I would love to go back and see that for sure.
Very cool. I like it. That was a good question.
Well, thank you. All about random questions.
That's right.
What are your biggest pet peeves? Ooh.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot.
Yeah. We've already talked about airplane etiquette.
Oh God, yeah. If we picked like a category of pet peeves, airplane etiquette, absolutely the same. I'll let you go first. Maybe we'll bounce back and forth with a couple.
One of my things is I can't stand people that do their nails in front of me, like an emery board, like scratching your nails on an emery board will make me throw up. Like, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves is just, no.
Yeah. No, that is a good one. I don't like it when people chew or talk with their mouth full.
Oh, like, yeah.
It drives me nuts. Yep. My kids both did growing up. They still do. Like Lauren, or my daughter, is such a talker. She doesn't want to miss a beat. So she still wants to eat her food because she loves to eat, but she also loves to talk. So she usually combines them. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm closing my eyes. I'm like, please, just without trying to be mean, like, stop doing that. I'm just like, Lauren, I have done that before, but I'm like, I can't. Please stop doing that. It's grossing me out to no end. What about you again?
Okay, so there's a billion things that I do that annoy Michelle to the end of the earth. But one of the only things that she does is when she doesn't break down like a box for recycling, she just throws the whole box in the recycling bin. Like,
it takes up all the space.
Yes, that drives me crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you know how many people break up boxes on our house? Literally nobody but me.
Yep.
Nobody.
But it's always, and then stuff just gets like, oh, I'm like, oh, and then And when it's time for me to take it all out, everything just falls on top of me because our things sit on top of our outside refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so it all just stacks up. And so when I'm like taking it down, everything just falls on top of me. I'm like, just break down the stuff. Just please.
Break down the box, please. Breaking down barriers and boxes. Yeah. That is annoying. Another travel one.
Okay.
Is when you land and you're going to baggage claim and you're waiting for your bag. It's the people who stand up there and block the entire roundabout so you can never get your bag out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Everyone who waits to get their bag, like they feel like they have to be like up on like the baggage claim belt coming around. Yeah. And I've had to like almost get in arguments with people like, get out of the way so I can give me a second. Because you not only do you got to grab your heavy bag that I have, it's probably like 70 pounds. In my other bag, that's probably 50 pounds. But you need to have like a landing place for them because they're big, heavy. You got, and that's like people do not move, and that drives me insane. I know I'm sounding really petty, but it's a pet peeve. So.
And then also just like when the plane lands and people just automatically stand up.
Yeah.
And then also like you can't get off the plane. I mean, and then like people behind you like that are trying to walk forward. I'm like, you let people like go like per your row. When you get out. That's like
you're talking about the people who try to go like from the back and run to the front.
Yes, and like you don't just you hold up there. I'm gonna let my family get out. I will block somebody.
Oh yeah,
and you can give me all the evil looks you want. I'll turn around and look straight in your face while I do it.
Yeah. I've had quite a few conversations with people over the years who've done that. I'm like, where do you think you're going?
Yes.
Go back to where you were at. Like you can't just skip everybody. I get it. You don't want to wait in the line. I understand.
It's gonna be give a minute. Everybody's gonna get off the plane. It's gonna be okay. I mean, come on now. I
think it's only appropriate to jump up
if
somewhat fairly like if you connection, that's another good one. Or if you're like in the front of the plane, like if you're ready, like you're in first class and you're ready to get up and walk out. I get that, but not everybody jumping up at once. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Oh man, we have a lot of pet peeves about travel, don't we? Oh
my gosh.
And we're in a travel business.
I know, right?
We love all the travelers out there.
Yep.
Just saying, we love you guys. I'm sure people have a lot of pet peeves about us, but anyhow. Okay, name something that's expensive, but it's worth it. Practical things you could say, like insurance. It sucks.
Yeah,
it is worth it in the end, I guess.
Absolutely. Being an adult. Ugh.
Being an adult, just in general, is expensive.
Homeownership, expensive. Yes. Yeah, just spending all this money on these dang windows that look exactly like the old windows, just new,
just newer old windows. Two things right now I can see. These microphones.
Yes.
A little expensive, but
worth it.
Definitely worth it for the sound. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I agree.
Do you have any other things that stick out to you? Expensive, but worth it?
Man, the amount of money I've spent this last year on this weight loss has been
worth it.
Very much worth it. And all the things, if you think like the gym memberships and the food.
That's a good one.
The prescriptions, and then you have like the sauna. Oh my gosh, it was expensive, but I love it. So yeah, it's worth it. Very much so.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to tag on to you. The whole health journey thing. It's totally worth it. For the, I'm looking at stuff I have here. All these weights I have in my basement. You guys can't see, ellipticals and all those different things that add up so I can do running inside or walking or hiking or weightlifting or any of those things. Subscriptions for like online music I get for downloads, for fitness, for teaching class, all those stuff. Expensive, but without a doubt worth it for the way it makes you feel and what it does for your body and your mental health. Huge. All right, let's swipe away to our next one. All right, Billy. I think this is a good question for self-reflection. Here we go.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What do you think makes you special?
Probably my compassion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be just one of my greatest attributes, I guess, just the way I guess. Yeah, I would think that would be it.
Isn't it weird how the question kind of puts you on the defensive? Like, I don't want to say I'm special.
Yeah.
It's like we can't own anything good about ourselves. It's hard.
It's kind of like, I don't want to brag, but,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I feel like I'm very compassionate. Like I love people. I want the best for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, I think that's one of the greatest, so parts of me.
I think I can tag on to that. Something along those same lines is I think I'm able to be in any situation and meet people right where they're at. And like, I don't even mean like, hey, coach them or anything like that. Just meet them where they're at right there. I can start friendships easily like that, kind of work my way into a group, make people feel comfortable in situations too. I think I've had to do that a lot being fitness instructor. You get brand new people coming in from week to week into a group of people who are kind of like all friends and they're new and just kind of showing up for them, doing things like that. I mean, I truthfully, as much as I got older too, like I really don't want any drama in life. Like I try to be as nice as I can to people. Do I fall short sometimes? Absolutely. But my main goal, I would say Leslie and I, our main goal together, even with our business and everything else, is just to create a positive experience for people around us and, stay in our lane and that kind of thing. I think we're really good at that, or I'm good at that or whatever. So
yeah,
I kind of spiraled into a bigger answer, but yeah,
I like it.
and I have a nice butt. So I'll leave you with that. At least, I mean, that's what I think. Anyhow. That's never been. I don't really hear that compliment a lot, but I'm just saying it. So next time I stand up to get something off camera, take a peek, and you're welcome. Oh. Okay. All right.
That's for our YouTube. That's for our YouTube listeners, watchers.
Yeah. Okay, Billy. This is up your alley again with superheroes.
Oh.
What superhero would improve the world most, or if he or she existed? Superman.
Superman. Yeah, 100%. Just his passion and his love, I guess you could say,
and all his powers are pretty badass.
Powers, like the fact that he has these powers and basically could just do anything he wanted to if he really wanted to.
Right.
He chooses to do good for him. So because who's going to stop him?
I mean, Superman. What does that S on his chest stand for?
Hope.
That's right.
Hope.
So if we can need anything right now, a superhero to come through in our world, bring a little hope.
Yeah.
We both pick Superman for that.
Superman. Yep. 100%.
Billy, I got a question for you.
Come on.
What's your favorite animal?
What's my favorite animal?
Yeah. What do you like?
What is my favorite animal? An elephant.
An elephant?
An elephant.
Why?
Because they are smart and they are awesome and they are the mascot of the University of Alabama.
Oh my God. I should have seen this coming every time he gets me with it.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, jeez.
I do love elephants though.
For me, it's gotta be a beaver, so you can get that anus juice.
Get that anus
tap. So you have that on tap anytime you want it.
Just pull their little tail on tap.
Squeeze their little sack, get the beaver anus juice out, and then add it on to anything you're cooking for extra.
Your new dream job, huh? A beaver
anus
milker.
Oh God. Did you say milker? Oh,
yep.
That makes it so much worse. Jeez. Okay, that's my fake answer.
I wonder what the technique is. Is this the technique? Just you gotta do little circles.
You gotta get the little tiny hands that you put on your finger. It's tiny hands. Just kind of chat them together. Just try. Excuse me, and then you just have to be gentle. God. I thought you were gonna say that actually. I was like, I have to steal that. Mine is dogs for sure. We've had all kinds of different golden retrievers since the kids have been growing up, and now recently we have pugs.
Yeah, pugs.
We got 2 black pugs, Carl and Ellie from Up. They're our little babies, man. We love pugs so much. They make me laugh. I never dreamed I would own a pug because I thought they were kind of crazy looking, and I didn't really have a good opinion of them. But now I can never go back. They sit on your lap. They make you laugh. They're everything, and people love pugs. So everywhere you go, people are like, "Oh my God, you have a pug!" As a matter of fact, we have 2. So This is another animal question, actually. But
Okay.
what's the scariest animal you've ever come across? Normally, I would say birds because I can't stand birds, and I think they're coming to attack us. As a matter of fact, when we were in New York, there was a guy locally who worked there who's driving us around the areas to show us the lake or the water or whatever. And they were in the parking lot with all these what are they called? Are they No, what's not pelicans, but what's the birds that drive you crazy on the beach? The
seagulls.
Seagulls. Thank you. The mine.
Uh-huh.
They were all sitting in the parking lot, and once he pulled in, he had the windows down so we could see the water, and they all started flying out the car. I thought legit they were coming in the window, and I was like, "Shut the window!" And they were like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm afraid of birds, y'all, and that did scare me, but that's not my answer. But do you want to go first?
Well, I grew up on a bayou, and so I was around alligators and different things like this. But the scariest things are flipping moccasins, man. Like,
oh man,
like water moccasins. My sister and I, when we were kids, we were picking blackberries in the marsh. There was this moccasin that had sat up, like kind of like a, just if you picture like a cobra, like with the heads up.
Yeah.
But like for me, just kind of like seeing it didn't look real. Like I'm in the marsh, and it looked kind of like a car tube, like a pipe, like inside a car.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I smacked it on top of the head, and then realized, oh, it's a snake.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, it just slithered away. I guess I showed too much authority, and it slithered away. But I could have gotten bit by a poisonous or venomous, for those who are technical about it.
So
snake. But I hate snakes.
To people who come across water moccasins, just smack it on the head.
Smack them on the head, just pop. But
you heard it from Billy.
Yeah. And this other time we were out there playing, and I got tackled, and accidentally we didn't know the snake was there, but I fell on top of the snake. And then when we got tackled on top of the snake, and then it took off towards my sister.
Oh my gosh, no.
Because a person just fell on top of it. And then later in the week, a rattlesnake in that same field bit my neighbor, and he almost lost his arm.
Oh, wow.
Growing up on the bayou.
Damn, bayou sounds like hell.
Yeah.
Between that and gators, right?
Gators. Never had any trouble with those gators, but you got to watch out for them snakes.
Gross. Well, let me tell you a story about the scariest animal I almost came across. And so this is, I'd say, back in the day. This is like 18, 19. I was me, one of my buddies from our church, and his brother, and I think that might have been about it. And so his brother used to do a puppet ministry for churches. Like, he was really good about building these puppets, and we'd go do these shows with him, help him out and do the shows with the puppets. So we went with one of our, I don't know if it was a group leader for missions or whatever. And we went on this van ride out to Missouri. And then we were going to perform at this church for these little kids, doing like 2 or 3 shows. And we were going to be there like, 2-3 days or whatever. So we get there, and we're staying in this missionary type camp that we're in these crazy cabins and stuff. It has nothing to do with the story, but just kind of set the scene. It was kind of like an off season, so there really wasn't a lot of people there.
Sure.
It got dark really early that part of the season when we were there. But like the lady who was like, I don't know if you want to say like the caretaker of the whole thing, she actually had a real house, and it was a big house, and she had her boys there who were about our age. And we were over there for dinner one night, and I don't know, we were eating pizza or whatever, and we hear this like screaming sound in the distance, and we're like, me and my friends are like, what the heck is that? They're like, oh, it's probably an animal that's trapped in a fence or something. We need to go rescue it. And we're like, what? They're like, no, come along with us. So they take off, and they're running out into the middle of these woods in pitch black darkness. Nobody has a flashlight. And they're booking it ahead of us, and we're behind. They're like, if you see it and you hear that noise, it's usually like a trapped cougar. We're like, what? It's a cougar trapped somewhere, and you have to let it loose. But if it gets loose, you better run. We're like, what in God's name? So we never found it. They took off in the middle of the woods. We're gone. We were just standing in the pitch black. I mean, Have you ever been to a place where you're out in the real wilderness and you don't even see stars or anything, and it's just black? That's the way it was, and you kept hearing this screaming sound. It sounded like some devil that was coming after you, some weird animal from a different dimension. It scared the crap out of me.
Skinwalker.
Oh, the skinwalkers, man, they're fast too. You ever seen the videos of the skinwalkers start chasing people? They're like super fast. Yeah.
Well,
we'll talk about that on a different episode about those kind of things. But yeah, so we ended up just turning around and like sprinting in the dark back to the house, and I think we dodged the bullet that day. They eventually came back. They're like, "Yeah, we couldn't find anything." I'm like, "Well, probably because you didn't have a flashlight, and probably because you just left two random people who've never been here before, and you guys took off in the middle of the woods and left us for dead. Don't worry, it's just a trapped cougar you have to let loose."
Nope.
You will never hear the phrase, "Tim Sawhook went and rescued a cougar from a fence." It's not happening. If that's the way I end up dead and they say that happened, I was murdered because I did not do that. All right, Billy, we've come to the end of the road. The final question. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it. All
right. Let's swipe our decks of cards here. All right. So if you could live in any fictional world, what would it be? If you could live in any fictional world. So when I hear a fictional world, I think of like movies because I'm a huge movie person. So in the series that I read and also watched all the movies was Harry Potter. And I think about the Harry Potter world and all the craziness that goes on with that. Like I would love to see like all the stuff that people use magic for, the like really cool kind of fun stuff. I don't necessarily want to get involved in fighting some devil guy the rest of my life. Or having any powers to kill anyone or anything like that, but just using the magic that they do and just how everything was so unique in that world, how it's set up and stuff. I think that would be kind of cool to check out all those things and maybe experience some of the landmark type things that happen in the movies, like go to those different kind of areas, but necessarily battle anybody, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I'm going to be, maybe, do I get to go to Hogwarts and be one of the students?
Heck yeah, you do.
That would be.
I mean, I would if I.
If the sorting hat.
Yeah, absolutely. You get sorted and get to that.
Hat on right here. This is my sorting hat.
Gosh, that's where I want to go.
Gryffindor.
I want to go. I want to go to Hogwarts. God.
Are you joining Napoleon Dynamite with Harry Potter there? So that's my thing. The whole world of Harry Potter. If you've read the books, how crazy rich they are, and that way to describe them, and then the movies as well. I think that'd be kind of cool. A lot of different answers for this, but this is the first thing that popped up.
That's a great answer. I love that. Like I would love to go to the wizarding world of Harry Potter and go live on like Diagon Alley, and that would be so cool. That would be really cool. No, that's a great answer. And like, me thinking that like, okay, my brain, first thing it wants to go to is like Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but then I don't want to live in a place that's in war. You know what I mean? Like planets are getting blown up, and
you can take that part out of the world. Like for me and Harry Potter, we're not dueling with like dark wizards. We're just kind of in the world living.
I could just live in Naboo.
There you go.
With just the beautiful, where they were kind of like. It was almost like Tuscany, or where were they? Like Italy, like the Lake Como. Scenes,
oh yeah.
That'd be nice, but it's all peacetime. I guess if you're making the rules, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you're making the
fictional world,
and you still get all the space stuff, and you get to hang out with Jedis if you want to, but there's no drama.
Yeah,
in the space rule. But if you want a little adventure,
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, if you want a little adventure, you can have a little adventure, right?
Yeah,
play with lightsabers and
absolutely. You can start any drama you want.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe like mine, you could just visit like all the landmark things that you've seen from movies and go check out those areas. I mean, it'd be nice to meet Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu, and hang out with the Mandalorian, and
I mean, there's a lot of canon in there that you could mess with and jump into this world. All right.
Yeah, I like it. Like, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna hang out in the land of Star Wars.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good one too. So much history there. Okay,
I'm telling you.
Well, this has been fun. I hope you guys have liked our little question roulette to keep you very excited and very entertained for this week. Billy, did you have fun?
I did. I love these type of episodes. Like, you get to know a little bit more about us and just see how our brains work a little bit. So,
which is scary sometimes.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun because you never know what's coming next on these type episodes. And so, yeah, it's neat.
Well, Billy doesn't even know this yet, but we're gonna be rolling out some merch for our podcast. And there is a special code that gets you a discount, and it's Beaver Anus Juice. And I'm just kidding. None of that is real. Even though we will have some merch here soon, if you're interested. But when we do a discount code, it will be Beaver Anus Juice. So keep that in mind. Going forward, I guess this is a bad time to say, hey, if you like the show, please leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts, which helps us reach more people. And what helps us reach more people is you.
That's
if
right.
you're listening or watching out there, just suggest it to someone to try listening to and help spread the word for the podcast. Billy, what do you anything else you want to add to that? Where can they hit us up at?
Check out us on Facebook. We would love for you to join that community. Hit that follow button. You can follow us on TikTok right now and Instagram. We're on all the socials, all the Everything Podcast. So check us out. We'd love for you to.
Go ahead.
Oh, just love for y'all to hang out.
And I want to say to our audio only listeners, come check out it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You miss a lot though when you're not watching the show. Even if you hop in and skip around a little bit. You get to kind of see the real feel of the energy that's coming out in the auto.
Yeah.
Like the first time Billy revealed the Beaver Anus Juice, my face was like, what? I don't, no, not today. Not today. But anyhow, thanks again for joining us for another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. We can't wait to see you next time, and I hope you guys have an amazing week.
Bye, y'all.